Hi everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is Travis, and the name of this deck is Lend Me Your Creatures. And we call it that because I have 2 copies of Mind Flayer. When Mind Flayer comes into the battlefield, you gain control of a target creature, as long as Mind Flayer hangs around. So we got a lot of hexproof to prevent Mind Flayer from being targeted. And we only have 12 creatures total. We got a lot of instants, 21 instants, the standard 24 lands. So we want to protect our creatures as much as possible. And part of what I wanted to do was just see how many creatures we could take control of. So we also have 3 copies of Marita the Frost, which is 0/0 changeling if you don't have any creatures down. But if I have a Mind Flayer on the battlefield, I can copy it with Maurice. I should just call this guy Maurice. And then we not only get to have whatever creature we took control of with the original Mind Flayer, but Maurice becomes a copy of Mind Flayer and we get to take a second creature. And it doesn't have to be a creature because it's technically, Murray can copy any permanent, so it doesn't have to be Mind Flayer, but that's the reason it's in the deck, is to copy Mind Flayer. We also have Croaking Counterpart, which is a sorcery, and you get to create a token. It's a copy of a target non-frog creature, so you can't copy any frogs, but it becomes a 1/1 green frog token itself. Okay, so what we do is we copy Mind Flayer with Croaking Counterpart, and again, we get another creature. It has flashback too, so we can bring it back if we lose it at some point later. And we also have Double Major, where we can copy the target creature spell we control. So if it takes us a long time to find a Mind Flayer, and our enemy's got a nice roster of big creatures coming at us, we can hopefully have enough mana that we can cast Mind Flayer and then copy it with Double Major, get the Flayer and its copy down on the board, and take 2 creatures away at once. The rest is mostly a lot of hexproof to try and keep these creatures alive. So we've got Fading Hope to throw one of their creatures back up another hand. 2 Giant's Amulets. These give hexproof as long as the creature's untapped. So for the most part, I don't want to lean in and attack with the Mind Flayers. They're just going to stand around and control the enemy. So I'm fine with putting a couple of Giant's Amulets on them and letting them stand there. Spell Shield, if I kick it, they get hexproof. You see Guard Approach that allows me some options. Either I can tap the target creature or give a target creature hexproof. 4 Snakeskin Veils to give +1/+1 and hexproof. Quick, easy Death Touch Chump Blocker to Gerald Blightblade. If I need to, maybe I can copy them with the counterpart if I need more Death Touch blockers. 2 copies of Wild Shape, which is an instant, so I can turn a creature into somebody to, I can turn them into a spider to protect against the flyers. I can turn them into hexproof so that I don't lose the Mind Flayer or something like that. Or if I'm attacking, I can turn them into a 3/3 elephant with trample. 1 copy of Glint. Creature gets +3 for toughness and hexproof until end of turn. I've got 1 copy of Finn the Fangbearer, so that gives me 2 Death Touch creatures in the deck. And if I want to do an alt-win type thing, I could use the 3 Double Majors and the 2 Croaking Counterparts, and I could duplicate, the Death Touch creatures, maybe, as an alt-win. I have a Clever Conjurer. And if I tap him, I can untap a target permanent not named Clever Conjurer. The problem with this is it's only to be used as a sorcery, so I can't use it on my opponent's turn. So this is kind of like if I take over one of his creatures and it's big enough that I can attack with, then I can untap it and still have it as a defender next turn. Mistwalker is a changeling flyer. It's 1/4, so it's a good blocker, mostly just to stave off time until I can take control of any flyers they have. 1 copy of Asika, God of the Tree. The Croaking Counterpart we covered. 1 copy of Quandrix Command, so I can return one of their creatures to their hand. It gives me other options. I can counter a target artifact or enchantment spell. That might be handy, or put some counters on my target creature. If I come up against a mill deck, I can shuffle up to 3 target cards from my graveyard into my library. I also have 1 copy of Sarath the Viper's Fang. Other creatures that are untapped have hexproof, so that'll be everybody else. And I also have, if they tap, all the creatures have Death Touch. So that's a nice little combination with Finn, maybe, if I have a lot of creatures out. 1 copy of Eureka Moment. This is one of my extra cards, so I have 62 cards. This one counts as my extra because I get to use it to draw 2 cards, and I'll let you put an extra land from your hand onto the battlefield. And I have Myriad Construct, which is a 4/4 creature. If it becomes a target of a spell itself, I sacrifice it and create 4 tokens. You can see the artifact creature construct there to the right. This is for like, if the enemy's not paying attention and he casts a direct damage spell at it or uses a Blizzard Brawl on it or something like that, it'll actually survive and I'll have 4 little chump blockers. So that's kind of fun. And that's the deck. The rest is lands. I got 1 Hall of Storm Giants. I've got 1 Field of Ruin. I usually pack that into my land shell in case they have Hall of Storm Giants, or like a Lair of the Hydra. And I got 1 Evolving Wilds to go get the specific mana that I need in case I don't quite have enough. That is the deck. Go ahead and like the video if you would for me, and click subscribe, or share it with a friend. Any of those things would do. Maybe leave a comment. Let me know if you like what you're seeing, what you might like me to do, that kind of thing. Here we go. We're going to take it out for a spin, see how it works. This is going to be difficult if all I get is islands the whole time. Thank you. I've got a relatively cheap deck, but I do have a couple of these guys. Unfortunately, I don't have any other creatures right now, so I got nothing to copy them with, so they'd come in 0/0s and die. Not the most helpful starting first hand. Oh, that's a little bit better. I'll put that one in. Okay, he's going to have Blizzard Brawl, right? So I really need to be able to use Snakeskin Veil to protect the Mind Flare each time, which means I really need 6 mana. So maybe I should have put down the Evolving Wilds last turn. So we're going to have to wait a turn, because I don't want to lose the Mind Flare right away. So you may get a big hit in here. Maybe he'll put down a bigger creature. Yeah, not going to do much with that. I could have tapped him, but I want to keep the second hexproof for Morit. Okay, here we go. As the deck is titled, Lend Me Your Creatures. Okay, that'll give him 7 mana. That's enough to do just about anything in the game at this point. Berg Strike. Okay. All you're going to do is tap me. I'm going to let you do that. Ah, I'm not going to let you do that. That's Blizzard Brawl. Never didn't have it, did ya? We came prepared. We came prepared for green. Snow green. We were thinking of you. I'm down to 9. He's probably very happy about that right now. Still got a pretty sizable advantage. Oh, I don't mind that. It's fine. Next, I'm going to copy Mind Flayer. And I'm going to take your Bergstrider. And that's enough for me. I feel happy with that turn. Okay, now you got 8 mana, but only 2 cards left. Blizzard Brawl? Do you want to use a Blizzard Brawl on your own creature? You're going to tap him. Fine. I will allow that. What did we get rid of? Turn Timber Symbiosis. He's getting a lot of value out of that one Lotus Cobra, isn't he? Alright. Let's put down Finn. And let's swing in finally. Maybe I should have a discard card in here to get rid of... I only have, I want to say, 3 copies of this in the deck. I've been holding on to them the whole time. But I don't really want to lose this one. Can I put this guy down and take him? Do I lose him if I put him down? I forget. Let me have to test this real quick. I may lose the round, too. I may lose the match, but I want to test it. Return creature or planeswalker to the owner's hand. No. He's mine. You can't have him. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Finn at Death Touch. You don't have trample, right? So that's a fair trade for me. Okay, for my next trick, let's just attack with everybody. Okay, 4 left. If I copy the Mind Flayer again, I'm going to... Oh, he leaves, but I would have had to choose which one to keep, right? He would have gotten another creature back. I like getting the 1/1 Death Toucher up in the first in my hand. That's always nice. Monarch Veteran usually means the life gain. We'll let the 1/1 guy go through. We want to prevent the Hallowed Priest from hitting us. Alright, getting closer, getting closer. Two, three, four, five, six. Okay, perfect. A Luminarch. Ooh, I might just want to take that instead. You may pass. Alright. You come down here. You come down there. I take this one away. And we start bumping up the Death Toucher. Expedition Healer. Oh, their health is going to get so high. But you don't have Trample. You got a bunch of the old cards. They couldn't resist keeping the Hallowed Priest and the Impassioned Order. Such an old combo. Didn't bother to attack. Well, isn't that just too bad? Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could do that. Let's do it. See how it works. Copy you. Can we copy Mind Flayer? Yes. We're going to take you. And Marita the Frost object to copy. We're going to copy you again. Oh, all others go to the graveyard. Darn it. Well, you're legendary. You're legendary. I guess we're keeping... I guess we take that one. And target a creature we control. Let's make it our creature, in case we lose them. And we don't need to attack anybody. Oh, we really don't need to attack anybody. Because we are done. Okay, I think I have to learn how Double Major works. Copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary if the spell is legendary. But it still wanted me to only keep one copy. Now that's kind of weird, because I would have thought that that would have worked. So maybe I can only do the Double Major with Mind Flayer itself. Whatever, we scared him off. Here we go. This is a problem, actually, having 2 copies of Marita the Frost up front. That's kind of strange. Magic's not usually supposed to do that to me. I've got a relatively cheap deck overall. I would be okay with getting 2 expensive cards, but not 2 of the exact same copy of the legendary creature when I only have 3 in the entire deck. That's already happened twice now. Okay, I got a lot of copy cards. I just need enough mana to put down a regular card. I really wanted land there. Nice. Alright, let's get a blocker down. I can't copy the Myriad Construct. It would break into 4 pieces. Are these guys? These guys are not snowlands, so maybe I don't have to worry about Blizzard Brawl for a change. It's just the life gain stuff. That would be interesting to figure out, because let's see, that gives them trample and vigilance. So I wonder, this enters as a copy of a permanent, but that's not the target of the spell, so to speak, right? Let's test it. Hey, hey! So Croaking Counterpart might work as well. Let's see, this would be a 1/1 green frog. If I copy the legendary snow artifact creature, would they both get to stay? Are you serious? You're creating flyers already? That was a mistake. That just creates a 1/1 frog. Okay. Wasn't thinking about that. Kinda wasteful. These have vigilance too, don't they? Okay, they do have Rabid Bite. But Rabid Bite doesn't work quite the way they thought it was going to work. So I kind of like that. Destroyed my 1/1. I don't mind making that mistake now. We destroy target creature with flying. Okay, we make you get rid of one of those. So you're going to get to attack me with your flyers, right? The question is, do you have a Rabid Bite? If I have one more mana, I'll still be good. Ugh. Okay. So let's figure out 3, 4, 5. I only have 5. And that has to be a copy of a creature I control. So I could do that, but they could have a Rabid Bite. So let's do this. We'll return a target creature to their hand. And let's put some counters on one of these guys. Oops, hang on. Let's make sure I do it right. Return creature, put 2. So return. Yeah, hang on. There we go. That gives rid of 1. Now I really just need one more land so I can both cast Mind Flayer, maybe take the token, and protect the Mind Flayer. They're looking at the Ranger class, so maybe they're going to increase the Angel Warrior. That would be good for me, actually, right? Technically, that should be good for me. Just give me land. That's all I ask. It's a simple request. Ugh. Alright, we're going to risk it. And we'll go ahead and attack with this guy. Ooh, Death Touch. I'm so scared. Okay, sacrifice to destroy a target artifact. Are you going to go after this guy? Oh, you're going to be tapped out, aren't you? Oh, I kind of like the way this is going. Because I'll show you what I'm going to do. Field of Ruin is good because now I can flashback this guy Copy you. Destroy that. Thank you for lending me your creature. Attack with you. Nobody has reach, right? No reach? Very good. The one drawback is I tapped out to do that. And I probably did that wrong. I probably should have copied Mind Flayer to take control of the Liberator while he was tapped out and couldn't sacrifice it. But I kind of want to see what he does with this, if he still targets one of these. You want to target my 6/6? Come on. You know you want to? Okay, I think he knows he would have split it up. I'm okay with that. Do you know why I'm okay with that? Because I'm going to copy my Mind Flayer. And when I copy my Mind Flayer, I'm going to take away your Death Touch. And then I'm going to attack. Oh! That was too much for him. I like this deck. Okay, this is proving trickier than I thought with what I've learned, basically. Namely that Marita the Frost and Double Major don't play well together. So if I get these cards up front instead of other cards, I'm sitting there kind of useless for a while. And that makes me think I need to remove some stuff somewhere. Let's see. Let's get rid of a Spell Shield. And I like to do the other view here. I need something to destroy enchantments better than just the one copy. Because I just have one Quandrix command to counter artifact spells. Let's see. I don't care about the other colors. I just want green, right? I think that's singular, right? Instead of plural. Okay, so let's go ahead and do Broken Wings. That'll be artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. That keeps me at 62. Let's go ahead and get rid of one more Spell Shield. Okay, and then the card number 61 will still be Eureka Moment. That's the tweak I'm going to do. Let's see how that works. Both Mind Flayers up front. Interesting. And notice, yet again, Marita the Frost. Because I kept it at 3 copies. Okay, we will see if Magic the Gathering Arena wants me to be starved of mana and just lose straight out the gate or not. Of course, my opponent gets all the land that they need and already gets creatures out. I missed 2 land drops in a row. Can't cast a single spell. Exactly the wrong mana mix. Well, saints be praised. I like that move. Copy. Copy, 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 copy. Bam. Although this is cute, hello. I was gonna say, it doesn't give you much advantage for Asika's Chariot. Because it's legendary, it gets vigilance. But does that really help? I guess maybe for the next turn, because if you used it to attack, and then on the opponent's turn, this would still come out as tapped, wouldn't it? So With the Sika, maybe you can still keep it as a defender if you had enough other creatures to continue to activate it the next turn. This was a little early. Wow, that was quick though. Okay, we're going to do one more deck tweak because I'm really tired of getting 3 copies. I'm always getting 1 copy of this at the opening hand. I don't know how people put 4 copies of things like this in their deck without it being a major pain. But let's go back. What we want to do is... let's go get... exile card? Yeah. Destroy target artifact or exile target card from a graveyard. So maybe I should have something more against flyers, but there's a lot of stuff that dredges through the graveyard these days. So let's give that one a try and see how it works. Okay, how are we going to do this? It's possible we need to add 1 more land in. I don't like to show you the games where it just Magic the Gathering Arena basically stars me of land, or gives me only green lands and all blue spells. Those are kind of nothing you can do about. They're not exciting games. But you do need to know that I lost 3 in a row because I wasn't getting land even after I mulliganed the second game, or I was getting all the wrong color land. So I did switch it up again a tiny bit, and I tweaked the deck and added in a world tree, took out a forest and an island, added in a world tree and another tap land that was a dual. Just so hopefully I get the right mix finally. You're gonna put it on the bottom of my library? Yeah, that doesn't work the way you thought it did. Alright, let's see. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell. Okay, we're gonna keep this, and we're just gonna attack with our flyer. We'll activate it once. And we'll keep the glint for hexproof if we need it. What am I doing? Am I discarding 2? Gross. I may have to keep Mistwalker as a defender against these zombies. Nice. But you're tapped out. So I am going to take that. Made me discard my extra land, otherwise I would have been able to use the Snakeskin Veil. He's probably got removal. He hadn't really used anything yet other than the 1 card, right? The Revenge of the Drowned. He's got a flyer instead. Interesting. Excellent. Now we just do this. He's going to take it. Ouch. I lucked out. He didn't have removal. Let's just use this. And this. Now he's got an even bigger creature. How many of those do you have, buddy? Okay, let's do this. Return 1 and shuffle 3 cards. Do I get to choose the 3 cards, right? I think so. This one and this one and this one. I'll go into your deck somewhere, so you can't use them for flashback. And we attack again. Oh, he chumps instead of blocking. Excellent. Okay, that's the final version of the deck. You can see only 2 copies of Marita the Frost now. And we've got the World Tree in there, and let's see, where's the other tap land? The Rimewood Falls, I added one in there, just to make sure that I got the mana right. This deck is deceptive in its mana needs, because you see it's really cheap, right? 2.3, but the fact is we really rely on the 5-drops, these 2 5-drops in particular, for a lot of our stuff, and we need to protect them, so we've got a bunch of the cheap stuff here, but we can't really play it up front. We want 6 mana so that we can play the Mind Flayer, take what they have, and protect what we have. And it doesn't always work out, but the combination of having the take control stuff, or being able to clone the Death Touchers and just create a line of copies of creatures with Death Touch can really hold off an entire army sometimes. And sometimes you put out 1 copy of Azika and they just scoop. So it's a fun deck. I think you'll have fun trying to navigate how it works, and it's not perfect. Like I said, the double major doesn't work with Marita the Frost, because Marita the Frost makes everything legendary when it comes down, and that makes the double major copy also legendary, and you can only keep 1 of them. So it doesn't do any good with that. I'm trying to figure out if maybe I should switch those out for something else. So still some more experimentation could be done back and forth, but the wins were just lovely when we had them. Anyway, don't forget to like the video. I think it's worth a like, right? At least 1. And come back again for another deck. There's always another deck right around the corner at Tpull's Corner. Have a good one.